So that's really at the heart of why you're here. What's the difference between public and private school? I think implicit in that is the cost worth it? Or if you want to be a little more metaphorical, is the view worth the climb? So just quick background about me. I'm a product of public schools. So I went to Armour Heights, and I went to St. Andrews Junior High, and then I went to North Toronto Collegiate. I've taught in public school for 6 years in a co-ed environment. I've taught all girls. I've taught all boys at a couple of boys' schools now here at Crescent. So I've experienced the gamut personally, professionally, and now my daughter has just started her first year at independent school, coming from a public school. So I've walked the road many of you guys have walked. So I could go on forever about the differences, but I'm just talking about 5 sort of basic things. So my theme was, okay, teachers, time, individualized student experience, customer service, and then university preparation. So teachers, all of us who've gone through the public system, either, as students or parents, we have had the benefit of having fantastic public school teachers. And the first thing you do is check, who's my daughter, who's my son got next year? Oh, we're lucky, or okay, maybe it'll be a year of challenge. So there's great teachers in the public system, but what a private system allows is the working conditions, and I've experienced it professionally, are so much better as a teacher. The pay's better, the working conditions, and you get to focus just on teaching. And so all of those things, really what they affect is morale. So I would say the caliber of teaching that you could expect at a private school is consistently very high. And you also have happy teachers. And if you got happy teachers, you got happy kids. Secondly, time. Money buys you time. And time with teachers, time with coaches, individual attention. So, you can trust that your child, when they go to an independent school or a private school, they're going to be known and loved. And they're going to have face time with adults. They're not going to be lost in the shuffle. Individualized student experience. So important that an independent private school is really focused on your child and their experience and designing something that suits their needs and their interests. And that just simply, a public school just can't do that. They don't have the resources to be able to do that. And so know that your child, whether they're artistic or athletic or really focused in on academics or maybe community service minded or maybe they're an all-rounder, there's a school for you, for sure, that's going to be able to tailor an experience to your child. Customer service, okay? That's a big one, and I noticed it right off the bat at my daughter's new school. You can expect a really high level of customer service from everyone here. While we are generally a very collaborative and friendly bunch, we are competing against each other. And we're competing for you and your child. And so what does that mean? Word of mouth is everything to all of us. And you guys talk with your friends, your neighbors, people at your old school. And so we need to be really responsive to concerns, issues. You can trust that if you have an issue and you email or call a private school, they are going to get back to you right away. I mean, if it's not within minutes, it's within hours. And that certainly wasn't necessarily all my experience in the public school. And finally, I would say university preparation. 100% of our kids are going on to university. And there's a focus there, not just with the teachers, but also with the counseling program. So your son or daughter will have a coach, somebody who's going to start a conversation with them well in advance of graduation. And maybe set a really challenging goal for them, a stretch goal for university, a good goal, and maybe a fallback position. And through that counseling process and being immersed in a community of people who are all focused on that goal, they're going to go to the university that is best for them.